Hey there, Ben Mankiewicz with you. Thanks for joining us on TCM as our slate of political conspiracy thrillers rolls on. It's part of American history, world history, that conspiracies and politics often go hand in hand. I'm talking about legitimate conspiracies when multiple individuals engage or conspire to deliberately conceal a vital truth from discovery. When such a conspiracy happens, there's really only one way to expose it, and that's with a strong press. No movie has ever better illustrated that responsibility than the one we have next. From Warner Brothers in 1976, Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman lead the way in All the President's Men. Film is an adaptation of a 1974 book written by two Washington Post journalists, Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, based on their reporting, bringing down a criminal conspiracy inside the Nixon White House. Specifically, Woodward and Bernstein spent 2 years of meticulous reporting in the Post to uncover that the 1972 break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters, the Watergate Hotel in Washington, D.C., had been funded by the committee to re-elect President Richard Nixon, and some of the most powerful men in the administration knew about it. Robert Redford, who plays Woodward, was the driving force behind the film. Bear in mind, Redford was trying to raise money for the film before Nixon had been directly implicated in the scandal. At the time, the story wasn't big news to the majority of Americans. Reminds me of the beginning of Jason Robards' line near the end of the film as he's talking to Redford and Hoffman. Robards plays Ben Bradley, the Washington Post executive editor. You know the results of the latest Gallup poll? He asked them. Half the country never even heard the word Watergate. Nobody gives a crap. He doesn't say crap. Though you can't really tell from my little excerpt, the speech is inspirational, makes me cry every time I see the movie. Anyway, getting a studio to finance a movie about a story America didn't give a crap about wasn't easy, but Redford eventually enticed Warner Brothers to join him to help finance the film. The suspense, Redford believed, lay in the process of the work Woodward and Bernstein did, day in, day out. The on-screen tension comes courtesy of Alan J. Pakula's impeccable directing and William Goldman's Oscar-winning screenplay, with extensive uncredited work by both Redford and Pakula. The hum of the Washington Post newsroom is replicated so perfectly the film won an Academy Award for Best Sound. Years later, Redford told Entertainment Weekly, "We took all the elements of their work, the typewriters, the telephones, pens on paper, and kicked up the sound. Every scene where the typewriter is used, there's a real bang." "What does it sound like?" Redford asked rhetorically. "It sounds like a weapon." From 1976, also with Jack Warden, Martin Balsam, Hal Holbrook, and Jane Alexander. This is All the President's Men. In my intro to All the President's Men, I mentioned Ben Bradley's speech to Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein near the end of the film, the one that started with Americans not giving a crap about the story. Then he acknowledges how tired the reporters are, tells them to go home, rest up, take a nice hot bath, 15 minutes, and get your asses back in gear. Nothing's riding on this except the First Amendment to the Constitution, freedom of the press, maybe the future of the country. Maybe my favorite line in any movie. Jason Robards, who played Bradley, won an Oscar for his performance. The movie is overflowing with brilliant performances like that, but I believe Robert Redford deserves a specific heap of praise. Redford, who died in September at 89, earned just a single acting Oscar nomination for The Sting. I could easily argue he deserved 7 or 8 more. He deserved a Lifetime Achievement Award just for his work talking on the telephone in movies. All the President's Men, 3 Days of the Condor, even Spy Game and Sneakers. Seriously, no actor was better at talking on the phone than Robert Redford. Every call he gets or makes in the movie is a masterclass in acting. After Redford's death, Bob Woodward, like so many others, paid tribute to Redford on social media. Robert Redford was genuine, a noble and principled force for good who fought successfully to find and communicate the truth, wrote Woodward. He will be remembered as one of the great storytellers in our country's history. Coming up, our night of political conspiracy thrillers continues with another Washington story, This one about the cover up of a scandalous crime. Kevin Costner and Gene Hackman star in No Way Out. That is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, No Way Out. Then Winter Kills. And later, Rollover. Wheels are in motion on TCM tonight.